I'm human. We're human. Don't judge me because I am human. I'm you. I just happen to run a little faster.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. The American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson, who was set to star up the Tokyo Olympic Games this month, could miss the games after testing positive for marijuana. But before we get into the details, we see that you've been watching and liking our videos. We also want you to be part of the Sports DTM family by clicking that subscription button. If that button is still red, it simply means you have not yet subscribed. So where are we at? Click that button and welcome to the Sports DTM family. Sha'Carri, who won the 100-meter race at the US track and field trials in Oregon last month, but her positive test automatically invalidates her result in that event. It is possible that Richardson could still compete at the 4x1 relays, even if she is ruled out of the individual race. The decision would be up to the USA Track and Field and the national governing body of the sport. But what is marijuana? Marijuana is on the World Anti-Doping Agency list of prohibited substances because USAID and the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee are signature to the WADA code, meaning they will have to follow the rules. The drug is banned only during in-competition periods, which are defined as beginning at 11:59 p.m. on the day before the competition and ending at its conclusion. Athletes may have up to 150 nanograms per milliliter of THC, the main psychoactive substance in marijuana, without causing a positive test. According to USAID, marijuana is a prohibited substance because it can enhance performance. It poses a health risk to athletes, and its use violates the spirit of the sport. A suspension for testing positive for marijuana can be up to 2 years. The minimum length is a month. If an athlete can prove the use of the marijuana was not related to sports performance, and if the person completes a substance abuse treatment program.
This is Odin Richards, and you're watching Sports Down the Middle.
Adrian, what does this news mean for Sha'Carri and the rest of the US 100-meter team?
Yes, Kurt, the track and field world is still coming to grips with the drug failure of American star Sha'Carri Richardson, who tested positive for a banned substance at the US Olympic trials. The substance now been identified as marijuana, or weed, as now we understand, has now resulted in her being accepting a ban of 1 month, making her potentially eligible to run among the relay pool that is there. We further understand from reports that the person next in line to run and to take her spot in the 100 meter is Jenna Prandini, but this is yet to be confirmed by USA Track and Field. Interestingly, from Richardson's field test, a number of questions are asked. Who are the potential other athletes in recent times who would have featured in a similar type of marijuana offense? Sprinter Kamari Montgomery and swimmer Tate Jackson are more recent individuals who received 1 month suspensions, as well as swimmer Michael Phelps a couple years ago, who also himself received a ban, but this was leading up to the Olympics, and obviously he got what I think was a 3-month ban. But then you also want to ask yourself the question, what of her handlers? That was one of the questions that came to mind right away. You would have wanted to think that her coach or management team would have ensured that an athlete of this ilk doesn't find herself in challenges. But having listened Sha'Carri's news release or her interview, it's now a little more confusing. While she has indicated that she's human, she's in a slight way putting the blame squarely on the reporter who actually announced to her live that, look, your mother had died, and as such she had to get something to manage her nerves. That's a tough one. For an athlete who is a professional, yes, we are exposed to different challenges, but certainly smoking weed cannot be one of them. According to a 2011 paper published by WADA on sports medicine, weed not only is a banned substance, but one, athletes who smoke cannabis or spice in competition potentially endanger themselves and others because of increased risk-taking, slow reaction times, and poor execution function or decision-making. That's interesting. 2, based on current animal and human studies, as well as on interviews with athletes and information from the field, cannabis can be performance enhancing for some athletes and sports disciplines. That's interesting. There's a lot of talk that cannabis isn't a performance enhancer, but from the WADA studies, it appears that it can be a performance enhancer. And 3, the use of illicit drugs that are harmful to health and that may have performance enhancing properties is not consistent with the athlete as a role model for young people around the world. Interestingly, Richardson has stated that her name will never be mentioned with steroids, but apparently, based on this banned substance, marijuana in question, she looks like she has gone on a high. She was flying, and it's quite unfortunate because she is an excellent talent, and we would hope that she can recover from this mishap and we'll see her in a better position in the future.
There you have it, Sports DTM fans. Sha'Carri Richardson telling her side of the story. Let us hear from you by leaving your comments in the comment section below. And always remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. And to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell all of them friends to come and join the Sports DTM family. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Be blessed.